Welcome to AdCast. I'm Ad Systems Multimedia Specialist Brian Cohen. Today we're talking about the 2026 Business Tech Conference, which takes place May 18th through May 22nd, 2026 at Disney's Yacht and Beach Club Resort in Orlando, Florida. Over the coming months, you'll be hearing a lot more about what product announcements, partner sessions, and networking opportunities will be in store for attendees, but today's focus is solely based on making the most out of where we'll be, Walt Disney World. And what better way to get the inside scoop on the Magic Kingdom than with Phelicia Blake and Kylee Withers, the 2026-2027 Disney Ambassadors. Phelicia and Kylee, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, we're happy to be here.
Well, while we're still months away from the 2026 BTC, I think it's safe to say that first-time attendees might not understand the value of some pre-planning when it comes to a Walt Disney World trip. So I'd like to start by homing in on where everyone will be staying, which is Disney's Yacht and Beach Club. So could you start by giving us an overview of the resort and maybe some of the amenities that everybody can look forward to there?
Yeah, thank you, Brian. We're so excited to welcome everyone in the conference, and Yacht and Beach Club Resort is the perfect place to stay for resort guests here at Walt Disney World. One of the things that I love most about the Yacht and Beach Club is that it's very nautical inspired decorations, and it is a great place where our guests can experience a lot of different things when it comes to the amenities. They have fabulous pools there, like the Stormalong Bay, which is very unique and special to the Yacht Club Resort. And they also have some fun activities that the whole family can get involved in, like a campfire, movie under the stars. And then I know Phelicia and I both love running, so we're really excited that there's also a nice jogging trail that's just under a mile at the Yacht and Beach Club Resort. And it's also steps away from Epcot when you stay at the Yacht and Beach Club Resort, which is definitely a keystone feature of staying there.
Phelicia, the opening night of the BTC includes a welcome reception at Shipwreck Beach. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about that section of the resort?
Yeah, Shipwreck Beach is a gorgeous section of Disney's Yacht and Beach Club Resort, nestled right alongside Crescent Lake. And it offers amazing views that really bring you right into the experience that you're going to have while staying at Yacht and Beach Club Resorts. So you're going to get amazing views of the sunken pirate ship that they have there. There's a lighthouse, which is a spot where you can catch transportation if you want to go to some of our theme parks like Hollywood Studios and Epcot. And you can also see our amazing views of the other resorts that we have around Crescent Lake as well, like Disney's Beach Club Resort and Disney's Boardwalk Inn as well. So there's a lot to see while you're there. It's not just the pool, which is an amazing part of the resort, but there's a lot more that you can do while you're there as well.
Well, now that we've checked the resort off the planning list, let's pivot to the theme parks because all families run at different paces. It might seem overwhelming in terms of where to even begin when it comes to park planning, even down to which ticket to choose. Could you maybe talk about some of the various options and what the benefits are of each option?
Yeah, I think that when it comes to tickets, there is no shortage of options for our guests when they're coming to visit Walt Disney World. So I think the best first step, if you are looking to get a specific ticket option, a specific ticket package, is to make a call to our lovely cast members at our Disney call center called Disney Central. And they really help to curate a full experience for you while you're there. So they'll give you any option that you'd like. They can also help apply any applicable discounts. Like if you're a Florida resident, there are special things for that. If you want to become a pass holder, they can help you determine any options that you have for that. Just in case it's your first time and you know you'll love it already, then you can just become a pass holder before you come down. So our cast members at Disney Central can really help you create any experience that you'd like. So that's really where I'd start with them because there's just so many ticket options. We would be here all day talking about tickets if I went through all of them.
Well, while we'll have lots of food at the conference already, there will be some free nights where attendees can eat on their own. If they want to stay close to the resort, can you talk about some of the dining options at the Yacht and Beach Club, maybe as well as the Disney Boardwalk, considering you're just steps away from that?
Yes, so you are in luck because there are some of the best dining options on Disney property nestled in this area. One of my personal favorites is the Ale and Compass restaurant. They have amazing food. I love their bread. It comes with all these different butters and toppings that you can add on the bread service. And then we also have, if you're a seafood lover, we have the Cape May Cafe, which is really fun. And it's a great buffet style option to enjoy lots of different seafood dishes. And then another one of my personal favorites is the Beaches and Cream location. And the grilled cheese and tomato soup is 10 out of 10. Where else can you get grilled cheese and tomato soup and then finish with Mickey's kitchen sink? So there are so many great options that are walking distance, and it's just the beginning. So if you are interested in a dining option, we would also recommend making the dining reservation about 60 days out from your stay with us, because these options are delicious, but they're also pretty popular. So if you want to check them out, the dining reservation is definitely the best way to go.
All right, I have to ask, what is Mickey's kitchen sink?
Okay, Mickey's kitchen sink is truly one of everything on the menu at the Beaches and Cream location. So if you have a sweet tooth, like I know I do, you're going to love all of the different ice cream flavors into one kitchen sink. And there might be something fun that the restaurant likes to do to celebrate anytime someone orders the kitchen sink.
Yeah, I would recommend bringing friends because
Yes.
if you are also like me, I don't eat a bunch and I cannot finish an entire kitchen sink by myself. I don't know anybody that can. So I would recommend bringing 1 to 7 of your closest friends.
That's true. My eyes are always bigger than my stomach when I see the kitchen sink, but I say, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Well, I appreciate your gusto with that. Now, there's also tons of dining options within the parks. So with endless options and unique locations all surrounding dining, that makes it almost an attraction in and of itself. How would you recommend families plan their meals, especially if they're trying to work around destinations that are extremely popular?
Yeah, so I really think that Disney has something for everyone when it comes to what you're looking for in terms of cuisine. I mean, you are right, it is an attraction in itself. We actually have almost 600 different choices when it comes to dining options, whether it be a Mickey bar, whether it be the most extravagant dining experience you'll probably ever have in your life with Victoria and Albert's. So I really do think that there is something for everyone. So like Kylee mentioned, it's best to book things 60 days in advance if you have that ability with the My Disney Experience app. And the app will help you curate any experience that you like when it comes to dining. So if you're looking to go around the world, Epcot is the place to be for that. And you can really get an experience at any of our pavilions that we have. You know, you can go to places like Beer Garden if you're trying to learn something new and also get a little bit of entertainment while you're there as well.
Very good choice.
So
Very good
right?
choice.
And if you're also trying to stay at the resorts, if you feel like maybe the parks may be overwhelming to you, you can stay at the resorts as they also have a lot of options as well. So restaurants like Citricos and Narcoossee's at the Grand Floridian are also great options. And they'll give you a feel for the parks as well. You know, especially at Narcoossee's, you can see the fireworks while you're eating dinner there as well. So there's a lot of different options there, but it all depends on your cravings. Because, you know, the little kids, they love chicken tenders. All restaurants may not have that. But if you've got adventurous kids or adventurous big kids, then there's a lot of options. So sky's the limit for dining.
Well, then let's turn to timing here, because meal planning, especially when you're trying to time out your rides and try to plan out your day, could become a daunting experience. Could visiting your favorite restaurants outside of normal lunch or dinner hours maybe save you time or get you in quicker?
Brian, the incredible thing about Walt Disney World is that you say it could be daunting, but we see it as an opportunity to really plan your vacations around what works for your family. So, to answer your question, yes, you can definitely dine outside of those traditional meal periods because we want to be able to support you at Walt Disney World. And through the My Disney Experience app, you can see a lot of different options. So, if you as a family know that your must do is seeing a parade at Magic Kingdom like Starlight, and maybe you want to have a meal well before that so you can get the prime spot for the nighttime spectacular, you can do that through the My Disney Experience app. And I think the amazing thing too is you don't always have to be at a sit down dining location to enjoy great food at Walt Disney World. So I think it's part of my personal brand at this point, how much I love cheeseburger spring rolls at the Magic Kingdom. And it is an awesome snack at one of our spring roll carts that we have just before you get into Adventureland. And it's a great way. I know I love not always necessarily sitting down for a meal, but grabbing those great snack options like the cheeseburger spring rolls. So if you're new to Walt Disney World, I would put cheeseburger spring rolls at the top of your snack list.
She's not wrong. It's really good.
I've convinced Phelicia that it's a good snack option. So
Delicious.
Okay, cheeseburger spring rolls, Mickey's kitchen sink. I have to ask this next question to the both of you. As the ambassadors, you've made it very clear that you've made the rounds and eaten at a lot of the different places that Walt Disney World has to offer. So if you each had to recommend your one personal favorite spot to have a meal in the Magic Kingdom or any of the parks in Walt Disney World as a whole, where would you each choose and why?
Ugh, that's a really hard question.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I ask all the hard questions.
you can tell we both love food.
Yeah.
So this narrowing it down to one choice, Brian, is not fair.
No, it's not. But okay. I'll say that one of my favorite restaurants is going to be at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort, which is an amazing resort that I actually had the pleasure of working at before my ambassadorship. And Toledo's located on the top level. And it is a tapas style restaurant. So it's kind of perfect for me because I don't eat a lot, as I have said. So I love small plates, and it really gives you the opportunity to pass things around. You can get a taste of everything while you're there. And honestly, it's just perfect. The atmosphere is great. The food is delicious, and I love Toledo. So that's in my top 25.
And it's hard to narrow it down to one, but Phelicia actually already touched on one of my favorite restaurants on property, and that is Citricos at the Grand Floridian Resort, because I'm originally from Texas. So your girl loves a good steak. And at Citricos, they have a oak grilled filet mignon that is just 10 out of 10. So if you want that kind of fine dining, little bit something special, Citricos is my go-to spot for that filet mignon.
Well, you have my attention with that, definitely. Wow. So moving away from food now, because I'm starting to get really hungry as we're talking about this. For the families that want to meet their favorite characters, what are some of your recommendations for getting those opportunities to meet Mickey, Donald, or one of the many Disney princesses?
One of the things that I love about Disney is you have all of those moments where you can meet those characters that you can kind of, again, tailor it to what your family is looking for. So if you want that to be a smile and wave in one of our parades, like the Festival of Fantasy Parade at Magic Kingdom, you can have that experience with our guests. Or you can also go to a meet and greet location that is all across our parks where you can meet those characters and really have that one-on-one interaction. So I know you mentioned princesses. So Fairy Tale Hall at Magic Kingdom is a great spot to see lots of Disney princesses and meet those friends. And then one of my personal favorite character locations is Red Carpet Dreams at Hollywood Studios, where you can meet both Minnie Mouse and her red carpet glam look. And then just after, you get to meet Mickey Mouse hanging out with his Sorcerer Mickey attire, which I love. I know Phelicia loves Sorcerer Mickey, and I love Sorcerer Mickey too. And so it's a great opportunity to have that moment. And then what is great about those dedicated meet and greet locations is that a Disney PhotoPass photographer is there to capture those memories. And it's a great way to have the entire family part of that special moment and that photo moment.
Well, as I'm sitting here talking to you both, I have a Millennium Falcon lamp hovering above my monitor. So this next question is warming my heart to ask, because one of the biggest events for the 2026 BTC is the exclusive evening at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, where attendees have unlimited access to Rise of the Resistance, Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, and Olga's Cantina. For someone who's never been, what can they expect from Galaxy's Edge? And I will say this, I am one of the ones who has yet to be there. So I am asking this question from a personal standpoint as well.
Oh my gosh, we've got to get you out here, Brian. Oh my goodness. I mean, everyone really is in for a treat with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I mean, where else are you able to step right into one of the best franchises, in my opinion, ever created? I mean, you are going to go into Batuu, which is the name of the land for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And there are two attractions, like you've said, but when you walk in, you're going to see a life-size Millennium Falcon. And that is just one of the one of the best experiences as a Star Wars fan myself. I mean, it does actually take your breath away, so I can't wait for when everyone gets to see it. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is a very immersive ride where you get to pilot the Millennium Falcon. So there are three different parts of the crew that you can be a part of, and it's really up to you to make sure that it stays afloat.
Chewie will help you when he needs to.
He will help.
But it's up to you to fly the Millennium Falcon.
Yes. And then the other ride that we have there is called Rise of the Resistance. And that is probably one of my favorite rides in all of Walt Disney World. It's so interactive, and you basically have to escape the First Order. So I won't give too much away because I want everyone to experience it for themselves. But it's such a cool ride. There are twists and turns everywhere you look, and it's just incredible. And then once you're done with all of the thrill, if you're thirsty, you can go to Oga's Cantina, the local watering hole there on Batuu, and you can experience concoctions for adults, some options for the young ones. And it just will give you a full experience of everything you get to try if you were in the world of Star Wars. So it's incredible. And I really hope you get to come out soon, Brian. We'll open a spot for you.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this part of the evening. I will not lie.
As you should be. Like Phelicia said, the Millennium Falcon
Yeah.
in a full scale version
It's
is
so cool.
truly breathtaking and just part of that story in that moment, which is
Oh, I
cool.
might shed a tear. I'm just saying.
And
You
that's
should.
that's okay. That's what we love to see it. Like that's what these spaces are for, fans just like you, that you get to step into these stories that you've loved for years.
Yeah.
Well, outside of the exclusive evening at Galaxy's Edge, I'm sure many of the attendees and their families are going to be enjoying a bunch of the other rides and attractions throughout all of the parks at Walt Disney World. So if you have a family with children of, let's say, different ages, tastes, styles, which, let's be honest, is a lot of families, how do parents ensure that everyone gets to see their favorite attraction and leave with a smile on their face?
Yes, and I think that is so valid because I don't know any family that has siblings where they're all going to be perfectly aligned on what they want to do. So it can be a little overwhelming sometimes when you think of all of those options at Walt Disney World. Like, how do you navigate getting everyone's must do taken care of? But the beauty is, once again, the My Disney Experience app is really that go to resource to help you plan. And what's really cool about the My Disney Experience app is that you can favorite different things and add them to a board that shows up in the app while you're navigating the parks. You can check wait times for attractions, you can make your dining reservations, or you can just get a lay of the land and see a park map very easily. So I think it's another great resource of how you can experience lots of different things and kind of go into your planner mode. It does require a little bit of effort before you get here, but the good thing is if you want to plan that in advance, or maybe you want to see where the wind takes you that day, some of the best, I think, moments at Walt Disney World are where you let things happen, and those surprise and delight moments that we have across our parks and resorts. You can't always plan all those moments, but that's the beautiful thing about Walt Disney World is there's always going to be that extra pixie dust.
Now, for those who maybe aren't ride fanatics, can you talk about some of the other entertainment offerings throughout the parks?
Yeah, we do have a lot of different entertainment. Earlier this year, we did open two brand new shows at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So for lovers of The Little Mermaid, we opened up The Little Mermaid: A Musical Adventure, which is going to take you through the story of The Little Mermaid as you love it, but with some brand new designs, some imagination and things that just make it look incredible. So Little Mermaid is an amazing show. And then a little bit down the way, if you walk down Sunset, you can see the Disney Villains. They have taken over this brand new show called Unfairly Ever After. And in this show, the magic mirror is going to help decide which villain has been the most misunderstood. As we know, sometimes villains are misunderstood and they don't mean to be bad. They just have a different way of doing things. So this show is going to help you and the crowd decide which one has been the most misunderstood. It's very interactive. It's a lot of fun. And I do think that all families are going to really love it. And then a little bit down the way at Magic Kingdom, we have a brand new nighttime parade, Starlight. You are going to get to see the Blue Fairies magic throughout the parade, and you're going to get to see a lot of your favorite characters from Walt Disney Animation Studios as well as Pixar, and it's just a great time. So there really is something for everyone, no matter what you want to do here at Walt Disney World.
Well, given the My Disney Experience app is pretty much essential to navigating your stay, navigating the parks, what do families do if they need a quick phone charge?
Yes. Well, the good news for you is you can stay on your My Disney Experience app. And if you find that your phone battery is running low, there are portable chargers for purchase across all of our theme parks where you can get a portable charger ready to go. And then you can actually exchange that portable charger later in your trip for a brand new, fully charged one that you don't even have to worry about taking time to charge it up. You just swap it out and keep moving along.
Well, before we wrap things up, I've saved the toughest question for last.
We're ready.
Earlier, I asked about restaurants, and I know that was tough. So with so many rides, attractions, and dining options to choose from, what is the first item on each of your personal Walt Disney World bucket lists every time you enter the park as a visitor?
Oh, another tough question. Well, when I go into a park, the very first thing that I do is look for a snack because I may not like to eat a bunch, but I can snack all day. So the first thing that I do is find a really good snack, whether that be a cup of coffee, which to me is a snack, or a popcorn, a pretzel. I do love a cream cheese pretzel at Magic Kingdom. It's delicious. So that is the very first thing that I do. And then I am very much a let the wind take me. I let Disney decide what I want to do for that day. So after I find a snack, I'll let Disney tell me what it wants for me to do that day.
And if I'm going to the parks as a guest, you will probably find me going to Magic Kingdom because that is my all-time favorite park. And what I love most about Magic Kingdom is that there's so many nostalgic influences in that park. And I love a lot of the classic attractions that we have at Magic Kingdom. So my first stop when I go to the Magic Kingdom might surprise some people, but it's an attraction called Carousel of Progress. And I love Carousel of Progress because it does have that nostalgia. It's an attraction that Walt Disney himself personally was part of. And so I love just having to have that connection with Walt and being able to really feel, I think, that connection and carrying on the traditions that he set so long ago.
Well, Phelicia and Kylee, I thank you both for taking the time to speak with me today, and I look forward to seeing you both at the 2026 BTC this coming May.
Thank you so much for having us.
To learn more about the BTC and to register, visit adsys.com/BTC. And to keep up with the latest happenings at Ad Systems, visit adsys.com/blog or connect with us on social media by following Ad Systems on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, or X. If you have any questions about AdCast, feel free to reach out to us at adcast@adsys.com. Thanks for listening and have a great day.